Hello everyone, we are Group 2. Today we want to report hydraulic flow is a new solution for water management solution in Taiwan. Nowadays, Taiwan is facing many problems like extreme climate cause more and more drought, and the industrial development is increasing water demand, and the reservoir station is made us harder to store the water for the future drought. And so, the government need to find a new way to get the fresh water, and one of the solutions is underflow water. Hydraulic zone extraction is one of the forward-looking infrastructure projects, and this project is expected to spend 1.6 billion NT dollars and spend 4 years to finish this project. And the expected goal is bring us 330,000 tons water per day.
Okay, the exact goal of these projects are separated into two parts. The first one is increase the supply. It could increase the normal water supply about 3,000 tons a day. And also, the reserve aided water supply could also be increased to 330,000 tons a day. This could solve the problem of water shortage and cope with the daily water application. And because the agricultural industry are very important in Chongxiao area of Miaoli. So if the project goes well, the irrigation in this area will also be benefits. And the second one is improve the quality. Improve the quality of water supply in these several areas, Miaoli, Xiangyun, Kaohsiung area. And also, these three areas could prevent the problem of high turbidity about the water supply. There's a picture about where does the project conduct, and each of them have different goal. Like for the Zhoushui River project, the goal of it is to increase the reserve aided water supply, and for the Chongxiao River project is for the normal water supplies because their main industry there is the agriculture. And also for the Gaoping River project, the goal of it is for the reserve aided water supply.
As we know, the hydraulic zone is the region of sediment and pore space beneath and alongside the stream bed, where there is a mixing of shallow groundwater and the surface water. The flow dynamics and behavior in this zone, termed hydraulic flow and or underflow, is recognized to be important for surface water or groundwater interaction, as well as fish spawning, among other processes. As an innovative urban water management practice, the hydraulic zone can be designed by engineers and actively managed for improvements in water quality. The undercurrent water exists in the permeable layer under the riverbed. Since it's filtered through the sand and gravel layer, relatively clean raw water can be obtained, which can be used as an effective countermeasure for the problem of high turbidity of the raw water. In order to stabilize the regional water supply, to reduce the risk of water shortage during the high turbidity period and the water demand due to the application. So, how this policy solve the problem? This plan is to build 5 low-flow water projects to improve the backup and the regular water supply capacity, reduce the risk of water supply, ensure the stability of water supply, and protect the people's water. This plan is scheduled to handle the low-flowing water of please mention river, one of them to increase the daily amount of irrigation water by 3,000 tons, and also increasing the daily amount of public support water by 30,000 tons. And the other is to places a total of 300,000 tons of public backup water per day, and the other 4 low-flow water projects will be added. After completion, it is expected to increase 330,000 tons of public backup water per day and 33,000 tons of agricultural irrigation per day to reduce the risk of water shortage.
I'm going to criticize the pros and cons about this policy, and I will talk about three aspects, which are economic viability, technology maturity, and environmental impact. The first one is economic viability. After the project is finished, they will beautify the environment, which will attract a lot of tourists. It is estimated that it will earn 200 million NT dollars per year, which is a considerable number. However, since the price for water is increasing nowadays, farmers in this area are reluctant to plant crops. As a result, farmers' fallow makes farming income decline. And the second one is technology maturity. This project makes pumping water in downstream area easier because the construction is better than one before. But mountain water diversion work for irrigation can be implemented because this construction has some technical issues. As for the last one, which is environmental impact, groundwater reservoir can be used sustainably. However, it could also damage leopard cat's habitat in Miaoli. Leopard cat is called Shihu in Chinese, and the picture you can see now is leopard cat. As a consequence, it is important that they should find an ideal way to deal with the problem.
In this part, I will tell everyone pros and cons about underfloor water in public safety, water quality, and water quantity. First, we don't have to build a reservoir for underfloor water, so we also don't have to consider the problem of building reservoir. But if we draw off too much water, it also can make the land subsidence. And then is water quality. The water quality of underfloor water is more pure than groundwater, so let's don't have to add medicine to make water clear. Unless we can draw off underflow water in every season, regardless of dry season. But if we want to draw off plenty of water, we need to be aware of other water resources because they are from the same source.
Two suggestions for the government. First is a systematic research. We found that in Taiwan, we didn't have a very holistic research about the hyperactive flow, and we divided into three parts. First is the before development. It is really important to survey the geology, geography, ecology, and hydrology situation in different sites where it will build a hyperactive flow construction in the future. And second part is during development. During development, we found that in Kaohsiung, it has a fight between the local residents and the government. So we think that reaching a consensus of water rights is very important. The Water Resource Agency should explain clearly to the locals the pros and cons of building the hyperactive flow construction there, and can make the resident understand clearly what the government want to do and what the benefits of hyperactive flow. And the third part is after development. After development, they need to monitor the groundwater recharge data because it is very important to understand the water quality and the quantity of groundwater. And the second suggestion we want to give to the government is the conjunctive use of water. Why we need to promote this suggestion? Because as we know that the three main sources of Taiwan, the water sources of Taiwan is reservoir, groundwater, and surface water. So if we can make the balance between three of it, it won't waste the water. For example, in the summer, we can save more water in the reservoir and the surface water. This surface water includes the hyperactive flow. And So in the summer, we can use less groundwater, and in the winter, because it didn't rain a lot in Taiwan, so we can use the groundwater more, and also use the hyperhidrotic flow that we save from in the summer. So it can make a hydrological cycle to be more balanced. And those two suggestions are we promote. This is our reference. And it is our group members working list. Thank you for your listening and hope you like our presentation.